Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is TrueNerd, and welcome back to Stellaris. But not quite, you may immediately notice, the Stellaris you actually left behind. Small issue. I kind of forgot that the 2.0.2 patch was one you had to manually opt into. So the last couple of parts, which should have actually been done with 0.0.2, actually weren't. I was still on 0.1. It's not a huge change for me, to be honest. In fact, there's only three major changes, two of which you can see on screen right now. One of the big changes is, at this point, containment and purification can basically be done even if you don't have a shared border with an empire anymore. So if for any reason I decided to go to war against the Tebazond Ravagers, or they decided to go to war against me, they could do. It's unlikely to be relevant, but yeah, now basically the entire galaxy can join up to deal with, fanatical purifiers, even if you're not necessarily their next door neighbor. Which does make sense, because you might be like, just a couple of systems over, but not actually have a border, but still want to be involved in smashing them and taking their territory down and working together to eliminate them. And they can do the same to systems that are not directly connected to them too. So that's what all of those are for. Next up, there was a bit of a bug in how Unity was being calculated in the original version of 2.0. So as a result, Unity came in too slowly if you had plenty of systems, which I do, because I like having quite a few systems on the go. So as a result, I've reloaded the save file, and immediately, apparently, I am due a tradition, which is marvellous. Now, do I want to begin a new tree or work on supremacy? Probably working on supremacy is not a terrible idea. Finisher effect there is, the war doctrines, which are quite fun. And shipyard build speed and ship upgrade cost reduced by 20%. That's nice. That is very, very nice indeed. Fine. We will go for that. Lovely. We'll start working in that direction because that one's really good. And then War Games is obviously really powerful as well. Just for fire rate increased 10%. And fleet command limit up by 20. That's nice. And Great Game is okay. Not spectacular, but okay. Right to Conquest is better than it used to be, because that used to be army damage up. Now it's claim influence cost down, which is better. Yeah, there's army damage. Wait, was that always... What was Right of Conquest? I thought that one used to be army damage. Now Warrior Miners, maybe I'm misremembering. But there is still army damage up by 25%, which is fine, because some systems are kind of hard to crack these days. Like, for example, sooner or later, we're going to have to go and finish off the polity of whole facts for good, and that's going to mean actually breaking their planets. Unfortunately, their planets are a little bit on the well-defended side. Total garrison strength of 645, because, defensive armies have a big advantage in 2.0, which makes sense. It's their planet. They've got, the dug-in advantage. So, my entire fleet that I've actually spent quite a bit of time building up of 10 armies only has strength of 255. So I'm going to need to build up my army quite a bit yet. Or possibly just give them a really good general as well. That will help too. Another change, they've made the actual hiring of leaders off the Space Mongols a bit cheaper. So now if you want to hire an admiral or general, that's only 2,000, used to be 5,000. That's a lot more reasonable, and that's actually the sort of level where, in theory, if a war just broke out, there was a big war, it might actually be worthwhile hiring a really good general if yours happens to have died of old age or something. That potentially might be worth doing. The fleets are still the same cost, though, between, 4 and 9,000 energy for pretty powerful fleets. Again, a decent level where I might actually consider doing that, certainly. Now, as for a change I wasn't actually expecting... suddenly I'm actually losing quite a lot of influence a month, which is going to mean we can't integrate the subject. Presumably that's going to be paused, because I literally don't have enough influence to make that happen. Why has that happened? Because that's a problem. Well, that seems to have happened, because all of a sudden literally none of my factions are producing influence, because their happiness has just... Okay. Hang the flip on here. Why are you saying... okay. This is... All refugees are welcome. Has something happened to my policies? This new patch may have just changed my policies a bit. Because you two guys used to be really happy. So I need passive studies stance on native interference and refugees welcome. I thought I already had those, but no matter. And ensuring free movement of pops by ensuring, no forced resettlement. Yeah, everyone's got full citizenship. Also, hilariously, at this point, tabbies are the 4th most popular species in our empire. The Athari are far and away ahead. They are really loving all these desert worlds I keep settling. And humans. There's even more Queptiliums than there are tabbies these days. Bloody hell. I'm just going to let time pass to the end of the month and see if that resets these guys, because the policies they're asking for are actually set in the way that they like. So as a result, this shouldn't be a problem. Yes, indeed, I'm aware of the critical shortage of influence, I'm just not quite sure why it's happening. Also, here's a fun fact, I just tried reverting the game back to 2.0.1, and the bugs showed up there as well. So reverting backwards does nothing. So I guess for the time being, until they actually fix this, we are just stuck with, yeah, incredibly low influence. Which is a shame. That just basically means I need to eat a 20% happiness hit across the Empire. Which is fine, because that would be a bigger problem if we were at war. For the time being, we've got good stockpiles, the minerals are still coming in just fine. We just need to accept a few years of negative influence. That's okay. We don't have much we really want to be laying claims to at this exact moment in time regardless. So instead, let's take advantage of these quiet years, having won a couple of good wars here, just to actually take stock of where we are, where everything is, and what the most logical things we can actually do with this giant stockpile of energy might actually be. So yeah, thanks to the fact that my science vessel is just floating around here at the moment, just picking up like creatures for the zoo or whatever, we now know that, yeah, there we are, dimensional horror floating around right there. So the dimensional horror, obviously if we killed him, we could get jump drive technology nice and early. But right now I don't have the fleet for it, so don't worry about that for now. But here's a particularly interesting one. I didn't know, or rather I still don't know, where the fallen xenophobe empire is. I assumed I'd found it, because over here, close by to the Federation, there's a fleet of, yeah, 10,000 odd strength, right there, of the fallen empire class ships. Except, this can't be them, because this system doesn't have planets that can be settled, neither does this system. There's like one planet here, but like it's a small world, this is a small world as well. I mean, that's a nice Gaia world. So, that's not where the Fallen Empire is. So, what are these ships and who do they belong to? I'm generally not sure and I don't want to give it a go. I'm just going to leave that to you, bastard. The starfish can take care of that for me. Now, we do know where the Spectral Wraith is. It's just hanging out over here, recharging its armor by this sun. If we're very lucky at some point, it might just go on a bit of a rampage and smash a whole bunch of systems down. I might still be able to, in the future, grab that megastructure just by sending a construction ship around there to go and grab it, even though it'll be a bit expensive because I don't actually have a continuous border with it. But, might be worth grabbing anyway, just because they're cool, damn it. They are bloody cool. Now, I'm not sure whether this is a good or a bad thing, but I've also been slightly boxed in by the lovely friendly mushroom people, who, incidentally, like me enough that they'd actually be willing to welcome me into the Federation, which is absolutely flipping marvellous. So, yeah, I think that would mean I would actually, yeah, everyone else would vote yes as well on the backing of the starfish. So, I could join them anytime I wanted to. If I were to join them, us together, that'd be like, not quite a quarter of the entire galaxy, but not too far off. It will be a very, very powerful block. I don't want to do it just yet, because Federations really limit your war options. I would rather, at the absolute bare minimum, yeah, deal with Hullfax and the Athari myself first, then consider doing it. Though, in all fairness, me and the Phophosins and the Turtle Rhinos, we could form our own actual Federation. Okay, with more blackjack and starfish hookers, and generally it would be better. Possibly anyway. I'll see about that. We'll have to see what comes around there. I've not made any big decisions. Meanwhile, if the Xenophobe Fallen Empire isn't there, then presumably it's somewhere in this bit of space we haven't really seen yet. So, I might just get a new actual science vessel trained at some point and send it down to go and have a little look-see, because right now my science vessels are either doing scanning up this side of the Empire or assisting research. So I'll get a new one out on the field soon, put a new science in it, send it down here, everything will be fine. Now, speaking of that giant pile of energy I've got, let's just go over to my contacts here, because there we are. The Artist Enclave. Let's just communicate with them. Marvellous. So yes, indeed, we've actually got ourselves these guys here who enjoy art, poetry, and wallowing in mud and their own filth. So we could commission an art piece. How much is that these days? 3,000 plus a bit of additional influence, and then I can build, you see that? That's more Unity. And Unity's good. Plus it increases migration attraction, which is fun as well. So that might be a good thing. Let's just check the others here. No, don't. It does bug me how when you say no to something, it takes you out of the thing entirely rather than actually just back a stage. And we could just become their patron. That is, yeah, now that's a rolling 10-year program. So that's just monthly Unity plus 10% for 3,000. Yeah, I'll go for that immediately. So we've got that underway, and they already like us a little bit. And eventually, we could do the festival across our world, but we need to actually have influence plus 50 for that. Go on then, I'm going to commission the art piece as well. So as a result, yeah, on any world of my choosing, I can slap down an art monument for Unity output plus 8 and also some migration attraction. And it would require another 3,000 energy if I wanted to actually get the Pumpkinhead people on side to help with the research. So I might do that, but we're okay for the moment. That additional Unity is very welcome. Now that says 38 months. Sometimes I think this game is just recalculating stuff on the fly. I swear that was 31 just a minute ago. And speaking of my good friends the Fafossans, yep, open borders to them. They live on... Is that a Gaia world? Are you communicating with me from a flipping Gaia world? Well, lardy flipping da. Now, I'm also lacking a world right now, so I should absolutely get a new world down, even though that's going to further slow down my bloody Unity gain, unfortunately. And I swear I had a good one in mind. Was it you? Yes! Hello there, science world! That could be just the thing. I wouldn't mind getting a science world down, because yeah, this world's going to make a lot of flipping science. And that's good, because literally today that I'm recording this is the day that Stephen Hawking sadly passed away. So, I'd like to get a science world down in his honour, damn it. So, new colony ship to be prepared. And yeah, I think we've actually got enough authority in the Empire. Let's actually give someone else a go. We've also got the Sutharians over here. They've also got a desert preference. I think that was actually a desert world, so they're perfect. They've also got natural sociologists, so they're good at doing some science. Talented, which doesn't really affect them on a day-to-day basis. Charismatic. Other species owner happiness. And their quarrelsome unity. Okay, so they can't do unity, but they can do other stuff. So that's fine. So yeah, let's actually get them into a colony ship. Flippin' marvellous. And, like I was saying before, repose, get ourselves a new science ship out as well. And what exactly is this? That's just a migration treaty. And... hello? Are you trying to invite me to your federation? I'm going to assume you are. I'm sorry. I'm not quite ready for that yet. I will consider it, except if I just knackered my relationship with these guys. No, that does not seem to have acted as a negative debuff that actually turned them down once. Maybe acted as a debuff against these guys, though. No, they're still fine with me. Good. So the Athari bug has not repeated itself. Everything is fine for the time being. Energy is a bit low right now, but yeah, Limitless Potential should be able to take care of that super easily, because Limitless Potential is just, well, swimming in energy. It's kind of why we settled the place. And what's this? Ah, the polity of Hullfax is continuing to throw down more and more claims. The Varzi Maelstrom. Does anyone see where the Varzi Maelstrom... Oh, blimey, they're claiming all the way down here. And I'm guessing you're also insulting... Oh, no. That's the Tebazoid Ravagers. Okay. And yeah, because we're now in 2.0.2, they could in theory declare war on us. But I feel like there's quite a few people that we're literally... we couldn't really be further apart. So hopefully they don't bother. Okay, new science ship ready. Requires a leader, however. None are actually ready to go. We're almost at leader cap, so I need to get the sociologists on some tech for some more leaders at some point. Survey speed plus 25%. Yeah, go on then. You're young. You'll live a long, long time. Where did you just go? You at the top. There you go. Right, you head off into the world and figure out what the heck's going on specifically down here if you can. Actually, I've realised there's probably a faster way to do this than sending this signing ship all around here. Which is, my friends, or sort of friends, the Raxar, me and you get on well enough. How would you like to pretty much just trade comms for comms? Because if you're willing to trade... Actually, no, sorry, I mean active sensor link for active sensor link. If you're willing to trade that, I can probably just use your visibility to see most of this immediately. Bit on the pricey side, but it's still useful intelligence, so go on them. And is that more? Yep, the Starfish are also having us a go. I might come and join you later. I'm not up for it right now. And yes, indeed. they've got visibility of this entire area straight away. Or at least most of it. Not this bit up here. Fine. So, thanks to knowing about all of this and having good visibility of it all... I know that there aren't planets around here. So again, this is not a good candidate for this being where the flipping xenophobe Fallen Empire are. Right, I'm deploying my science vessel right down to the south of the galaxy here, because I don't think these guys around here will be willing to trade comms or sensor links, because, you know, they're Ravagers and all of that. So we'll just send them around here, have a little explore around, because if they're not here, I'm really not quite sure where they bloody are. I mean, I guess they could, like, be right in the middle here, like, squeezed up against the flipping Athelid conservers with materialist lads. We'd have to see about that. Also, I've decided to make a small change to my Interceptor class Corvette. I'm happy for them to have 2 autocannons, but I'd like them to have 1 plasma accelerator on them as well, just so once the shields are down, they can still do something useful. Though actually, they get bonus hull damage, to be honest. Like, that's... only a little bit. Yeah, we'll have them with the 2 autocannons and 1 small plasma accelerator. Or actually, I could put, say, actually, wait, we've got the Ripper autocannon. Oh, wait, hang on, I need to redo these guys anyway. You know, I'm actually fine with 3 Ripper autocannons. A small weapons fire, average damage 5.72 per time, compared to, say, the plasma accelerator. Yeah, you know what, as they get the bonus hull damage too, that seems okay to me. Now, if I had the power for it, probably best to actually put you guys over to... Yeah, hang on. So, wait. If they were on... Yeah, they were on 2. Show me the obsolescent stuff. Hang on. What were they on before? With 3 shields, they're on 195 shields. I can get that to 170 shields and 85 armor. Yeah, that's got to be for the better. Also, the spare power can go into Hyperdrive 3... and subspace sensors, so yeah, now my default sensor range is 3 systems, which means all my star bases will have already gone up to that, so my star bases that have got the listening post attached can now see 6 systems out, which is very, very nice indeed. And this is looking interesting, getting into gene tailoring. Go on then, let's start potentially modifying my lads to actually be significantly better. I could start gene modding out the bad stuff, or gene modding in better stuff to my species. That could be just flipping lovely. Because when there's loads of them, it's a bit expensive to do. But as I've got loads of little species in my empire, I could just take these little starfish that have moved in, or the Polysemous cactus people, I could gene mod them into a specialist role really cheaply. Now that'd be worthwhile. And here's interesting, movement from the Romans. They've broken off a non-aggression pact with... who are you guys? Hang on, where are the people who look like that? Ah, it's these weird guys down here. The guys that had, yeah, 2 fanatical traits, even though you're not allowed to have that, but screw us, eh? Yeah, okay. So the Romans decided not to bother with that anymore, so... I'm not really sure they're planning to invade. You're quite a long way apart, but whatever, eh? Wars are going to start breaking out a lot more frequently, by the way. We're running out of empty space to expand into. And yeah, border tension's going to start getting a bit more extreme. Now, I'm going to guess, yeah, upgrading the fleet is going to be a little bit on the expensive side, but let's get it done. And, oh, the general security fleet's going to be a lot more expensive too. That's fine. Save up for a few months, get the fleets upgraded. We've just actually got some good technology coming in here. That is the friendly Pen people and the Athari. Migration treaty doesn't mean much, however. I don't need to be too worried about them yet. And we've just got the money to get the reinforcements done as well for the general security fleet. Good. How is our fleet size in general? Not perfect, not terrible. We should probably put a bit of money into just building that open too. Also, who are you? Ah! You guys, down here. You're presumably the force. Yeah. You've opened your borders to us. Great, thanks. That really affects my life. Oh, and I think my ship has passed close enough by... to find, yes indeed, the Stellarite Devourer thingy. Currently just having a quick chew on this star. Fine, so we now have another Leviathan accounted for. Still don't know where the dragon is, though. That we have not run into as yet, but I think we've got all the other major ones accounted for. Actually, I'm not sure if we know where the enigmatic fortress is. We found the Infinity Machine. That was down... yeah, there it is. There's Gargantua. I don't think I know where the enigmatic fortress is yet. Ah, advanced railguns. Done. Marvellous. And oh, Citadel. Oh, don't make me choose between Citadel and Battleship. Those are both really good and don't always show up. You should definitely purchase them, because once I've got Citadel and Battleship, that's the point where we can start getting Titans. And once we've got Titans, then we can have Colossi. And then I can just start blowing up planets I don't like the look of. Battleship first, I'd say. And the Free Deathicon Commonwealth has been destroyed. Those were the breakaway guys over here. Honestly, I kind of thought they already had been destroyed, but alright, fine, what have you. Of course, the other big technology I'm waiting on is gateways. Because right now, we're kind of boxed in, but gateways and wormholes mean that's not such a big deal. Because, yeah, once the gateway's available, where are the other gateways in the galaxy? Like, there's one over there. Are there any gateways that might actually... Oh, that gateway goes into terrifying robo-space. Probably just avoid that one. Tragically, no gateways around here. It would be nice to be able to expand in this direction through a gateway, but I don't see anything yet. Maybe one over here, and that's... No, that's a wormhole, not a gateway. Again, bit of a shame. No obvious opportunities present themselves there. Oh, and we've been very lucky indeed. Remember how we decided to just inject ourselves with mysterious drugs given to us by the mad robots next door? Yeah, that's a bit of a coin flip. In my experience, most of the time that leads to some uncontrolled mutations that's basically just a happiness debuff for a certain number of years. Instead, actually, they've managed to reduce illness and increasing the life expectancy of our population. Nice! So everyone's enjoying a healthier, happier life. Pop growth speed... Wow, okay. Plus 5% for everybody and leader lifespan plus... Is that permanent? Okay. If so, that's a permanent empire effect. For everybody. Oh, wow, that's huge. Oh, I'm thrilled we injected ourselves with the mysterious drugs. Also, can't help but notice that while they're not in our empire yet, they will soon be. Hello? Who are you and where did you come from? Because, yeah, the guys I'm currently integrating have got one of these guys inside their empire, and you are talented, resilient, and egalitarian. Okay, nothing too special. I'm just not quite sure where you came from, because I've literally never seen your face before. So that's intriguing. And you're just letting us in. Now, who's going to war with who? That is, that's the dwarves attacking the dicks. That works for me. Dwarves currently not in great shape, to be honest. Yeah, inferior naval power to us on equivalent capacity. And the guys they're attacking, pathetic naval power. Oh dear. So, probably, those guys are going to make some actual progress there and do some expanding. Between the Tebazoid Ravagers and the Dwarves, yeah, there's a bit of a worrying trend right now towards the fact that these guys appear to be making a lot of progress. Though actually... Yeah, these guys, now inside their little slightly confusing federation, they at least have a good way to block it up, which is there's no actual way through here. If they just... Oh, hello. What exactly are you after? So they like us because I've been doing what they actually say. We've decided to give you a gift of a squadron of surplus escort ships. Okay, we've replaced some of the more advanced components with technology that should be more familiar to tabbies. You should have no trouble operating them. Please do not attempt to analyze or disassemble the ships. We would not wish you to hurt yourselves. We very graciously accept that's 3 escort class ships. That's a special type of unique ship there. Go on then, and apparently they're a bit expensive to maintain. Hang on, where are they? Oh, finally. It's time for another flipping tradition. Probably best to go for, yeah, Rite of Conquest. Because, not because I need it right now, because obviously I've not got any influence right now, but purely because that will open up war games next time, and fire rate plus 10% and fleet command limit, that is useful. So, get that underway and move towards supremacy completion and whatnot as well. And that fleet has just basically teleported straight over to Lux. Hello, let's have a little look see at you. So, yes indeed, they're very cool. Oh, I like that. They look really sweet. Right, now, they said they'd replace the technical stuff, so... What can you tell me about this thing? Right now it's set up as a defensive ship. Guardian point defense, level 5 lasers, level 5, coil gun things, level 5 reactor, level 4 thrusters. So, a bunch of technology I do not currently have to go through. Ooh, neutronium armor and level 5 shield. So these things are nice. These things are very, very nice indeed, and I can't really do anything to swap them out or anything, because, yeah, I'm not sure I actually have the ability to if I wanted to. Yeah, because they don't show up in the ship designer, so I'm just stuck with what I'm given. But quite frankly, they're a nice little addition to the fleet. Right, I'm going to redeploy them to Freedom Station. They can join up with the General Security Fleet there. In case you hadn't noticed, by the way, fleets are really, really expensive to maintain these days. Like, they make a big dent in your energy credits and also in your mineral credits too. Like, yeah, my monthly gain 168. My current ship upkeep of not a massive navy is, yeah, minus 207 right there. And in order of ship upkeep, yeah, ship upkeep there 100 and, what was it, 118 energy and ship upkeep. So, oh, got a new election underway as well. Marvellous. Not that they matter anymore, because it doesn't really matter who wins, because, you know, no one actually seems to give me any influence, so really hope they fix that soon. That'd be great. So the guy who's the favourite to win it has, yeah, he's investor. Quite frankly, I'm happy for him to just basically win again. Nice to see a Queptilium actually standing, though. I think that's the first time... It's actually the first time we've seen anyone other than a human or a tabby actually stand for president. I'm not sure. Ooh, here's something nice. It turns out that the Warthog artists are actually feeling a bit uninspired. I could just toss 500 energy their way for 50 influence, which would be very welcome, because 50 influence means that for the next, like, I don't know, couple of years, we actually get happiness back up to where it should be, because we do not currently have minus in the way of influence. So, how's the integration going, by the way? We're nearly there. About, yeah, just under 3 years, about 2.5, 2 2/3 years to go. Marvellous. Now, that should cause, yes, indeed, a jump in the amount of energy and minerals being produced, because everyone's a lot happier now. So that random event proved to be very, very bloody useful indeed. And no, we've actually elected someone new here. Resilient and Corvette focus. So Corvettes can be built on the cheap. Fine, we should probably build some of them in that case. Unfortunately, that's had a big negative impact on energy, because, yeah, the previous guy was plus 10% energy credits. No matter, we can slap down some extra power plants. Limitless potential should be providing all the energy we realistically need. And you've also run into something new over... Oh, those are just crystals. Fine, so we've just run into some crystals while we were passing by close to here. Wait, we've already run into... Hang on. We've already run into you. I swear we've already run into crystalline entities. But if we haven't, I'm happy to do that, because, yeah, generally that's a good idea. Yeah, do that in 1 month, Sociology team. Also, I think this is new in 2.0.2, if I remember the patch notes correctly. Yeah, now, in democracies, when people switch around and someone new becomes president, the person who was president takes the job of the person who just became president. So this guy's actually moved over here, and he's a level 5 scientist. Now, a level 5 scientist might be quite useful, because it might be fun if you head over here and help out the Infinity Machine that was actually requiring a level 5 scientist. So you get on with that, and yes indeed, get on with studying the crystalline entities. You do that in 1 month. I could have sworn we'd done that already, but okay, fine, apparently we hadn't. And a whole bunch of campaigns have also just come to an end. The recycling, healthcare, and the declare saint edicts. Fine. Let's head back into policies. There's probably a bunch of stuff I probably want to actually just shove straight on. And crystalline entities are unbreakable. So, prismatic lenses plus 10% to physics, or spend 30 energy to instantly survey any crystalline entity system. No, that's terrible. Plus 10% physics is vastly better. Yeah, screw it. Let's get the recycling and the healthcare campaign straight back on, please. And those ones are on for another 6 years and 5 years. Fine. So pretty much all of the energy ones are on immediately. Yeah, I like the healthcare campaign. Growth speed plus 20%. That's so good for just 1,000 energy. Right, I've also just dropped a huge pile of money. Just basically using the reinforced button to top up my fleets. That will be absolutely fine. Also, someone pointed out, yeah, the cabbage slayers probably shouldn't be called the cabbage slayers anymore, because the cabbages have now been integrated into our empire and are doing good work. So, instead, we're just going to change that. They're now the cabbage liberators. That's how we remember them, alright? They're the cabbage liberators. Ah, but remember all those fleets I just started training? They're going to suck up our whole big pile of energy. So probably best I do actually start throwing down some energy-producing things, yes. People have been talking a lot in the comments, by the way, about how I should actually have more trading outposts. I agree, and I have been retrofitting trading hubs on several of my stations. The problem is you can only have trading hubs on stations that actually have a planet, because obviously you just can't trade with, you know, thin air in space. No, there's no air in space, John, that's the point of space. But you can't. So as a result, there's only so many of my actual outposts that are allowed to have actual trading hubs in them, because many of mine are in empty space. And at long last, my colonizing force has made it over here. Lovely. Probably best to slap you down here so we get bonuses to these minerals and these minerals. That's probably for the best. And yes, indeed, today, the day I'm recording this, is the day that Stephen Hawking sadly passed away. So as this is a science world, this is going to be the world of Hawking. So you get down there, settle that down, everything will be fine. Actually, yeah, we're training fleets pretty fast right now, so energy is kind of crashing. Right. Possibly I didn't think that through. Actually, there's not that much in production. It's mostly just a handful of destroyers and corvettes. It's not that bad. If your job is currently farming, it shouldn't be, by the way, because, yeah, we really don't need... Ah, but that's Unity. That's... Okay, you get over there just for the sake of getting the Unity, but for the most part, everyone should be focused on producing energy. Okay, temporary fix and more power stations coming in. I think we should be able to keep on top of this just. Part of the problem, of course, is probably that these guys, so I deployed down here, are not currently... Why can you not merge? You should be able to... I know you should be able to merge. You're Classis 1. So why exactly can you two not... Ah, because you're at full capacity. You won't be able to merge because, yeah, you're literally already at full capacity. Okay, I see the problem, yes. Right, well, you guys just chill out down here, actually be in orbit. I'll merge you into that fleet as soon as the fleet size limit goes up a little bit. Oh, and here's interesting, a nuance from the Space Mongols. When I tell them I know of a good raiding target, they're now saying our fleet is not ready, still recovering from last raid. So, I might need to keep an eye on them, because I've literally never managed to get them to offer to do any raiding so far. They're just absolutely bloody determined to never actually do it. Also, is my... Oh, my science vessel is... What are you doing down there? Oh, it's because you're running away from the ruby stack, I see. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm seeing why no one can really scan this area down here. There's complete. Ruby stacks, ruby swarms, sapphire flipping lurkers. Okay. Yeah, I see the problem. Though actually, I think we might just be able to, if you're lucky, you might be able to go through... yeah, give it a go. I'm going to deploy this guy around here and we're going to see what he can do. Because if you go to just, yeah, move here and then explore this system... If he enters here, and then basically flees, he might be able to get out of here before they actually attack him, if we're lucky. Ooh, but... Discovery. There's a gateway right there. A gateway within range of quite a few worlds, including... Oh, that's Prophet's Retreat. Don't even think about that world, it's fine, it's not worth the trouble. But, yeah, there's Walled Garden as well. I could use the gateway if I just figured out how to turn them on to get from, I think, over here, over to here. I could basically expand in this direction, because for some reason, no one is. There's a huge area of unclaimed space around here. This is very interesting. In fact, actually, you know what? Before I risk these guys, let's properly scan this area. I want to see what it's like. Because there's a good possibility we might, if we're lucky, be able to expand here later through that gateway. Now, my biggest concern at the moment, however, is probably the Raxar and whether I get pulled into a war with them. Because they clearly, yeah, they kinda hate my Rhino Turtle buddies. Which is a shame. They can finish off the Polismus, that's not a problem. But they've also got, actually... They don't have claims against the Rhino Turtles. The Rhino Turtles just have claims against them. Okay, and also there is, yeah, truce with... Wait, who are the Rhino Turtles? Okay, they're technically the Fex Kanglar. Or Clang something. So that's until... Oh, that's until 4 months away. So in theory, there might be an outbreak of war down in this side of the galaxy that might also mark the end of the Plismas once and for all. Though actually, not so much, because some of them have actually fled into my territory. I've got some Plismas. They're good agrarian people. They're good at farming. Okay, I've just broken apart one corvette, and we are bang on the current naval capacity. Yeah, I'm pretty much almost caught up with energy credits. So you want to be making a good energy surplus, because there's a lot more fun stuff you can sink energy into these days, so I need to get back into surplus sooner rather than later. The General Security Fleet is in good shape. That looks exactly like how I want it to. There's a good Admiral here, albeit he's not very experienced, but Trickster, that's a good thing to have, and Fleet Logistics is excellent as well. 5 cruisers, 7 of my standard destroyers, 5 of my Shield-class destroyers that I've just actually upgraded to have even more. I think I just accidentally broke the fleet apart. Hang on. There we go. That's the button I was looking for. Yeah, these guys have now been upgraded. They've now actually got the second-tier barrier point defense business. So those guys are very good at... Ooh. Hello. What exactly do we have here? A Ministry of Culture. Ooh. I would love... absolutely love to have a Ministry of Culture. That sounds awesome. I can't quite afford it right now. Ask me again in like a few years, I'll totally be up for it. And yes, indeed, I can go back to them at any point and ask about the Ministry of Culture. So what does that do exactly? Governing Ethics Attraction plus 10% and Country Unity Production plus 10... When you say country, do you mean planet or empire? I'm not sure. Right, it sounds good anyway. Oh, the following empire effects. So, empire-wide plus 10... Yeah, I really want that. So I need to get the energy production up so I can actually buy that off them. And meanwhile, we've got, yeah, actually just over 10,000 strength at Freedom Station right now. That's very, very nice indeed. I don't know how the Athari are doing, but I'm going to assume at this point they've got to have fallen behind us, yeah. Inferior and inferior. So next time we go and take care of those guys, it's going to be a lot easier to do. And how are you guys doing? How have you rebuilt? You've got about... Okay, what I can see is about 5,500 to 6,000 strength. Now, I've got 6,000 with the Cabbage Liberators, together with a further 2,000 strength off the station. So I would say the Cabbage Liberators should be able to just hold the line here, and we don't need to worry about these bastards at all. Also, I just had a thought. Given my factions are basically broken anyway, I may as well take advantage of that fact. Because, yeah, okay, let's talk about resettlement. That's currently prohibited, but screw it. Apparently I need to, like, allow it in order to re-prohibit it, which maybe will reset my factions. Who bloody knows, eh? And go on then, move native interference over to active as well. And then, like, you know, in 10 years, we'll turn it back and maybe that'll reset our factions. Because if everyone's basically going to be a dick about it, I may as well actually move some people around here. Because right now, nothing is... Oh, the Avabian Tribe. Hang on, which one are you again? I can't remember who you are. Oh, it's the nice pen people. Right, they used to be nice, and they're still kind of nice. They're still very xenophile. It's just, now they're xenophile because they want to enslave you. Got it. And another war breaks out too. What have we got? Ah, so the Tebazoid moving against those guys. Understandable, so they're looking to finish them off. In all fairness, they're... Ooh. Yeah, so remember how the dwarves declared war against these guys? It's going pretty well for them. They've taken one of the planets immediately, unfortunately, and cut the Empire in two. Yeah. So, Fanatical Purifiers now own that much space in the south. That is a concern. How are the Killbots doing, by the way? Not so great. They've clearly lost a fair whack of territory. They've been kind of beaten back to their original borders over here. In fact, probably the Romans have actually moved a little bit further forward. They don't have much strength left. They're just expanding into empty space around here. Nothing too major, to be honest. Ooh, and genetic modification is done as well. So now we can self-modify. Ooh. Ooh, this one's... Oh, those are both nice. So yeah, space trading. So basically, all the trading hubs produce about 8 rather than about 5.25, because it also gets bonuses on top of everything else from, I believe, the prosperity tree. Okay, or hydroponics. No, we're good on food. We don't need that. There's barely any wildlife in the Empire. It's either fleet command limit up or off-world trading. You know what? Take the engine. Wait, how did we end up at -22? When did that happen? Ah, it's because the influence ran out again, so we're back to 20% decrease in happiness. But in only 1 month, we're going to have integrated those guys. But actually, we need to make some space for them, because that's going to bring 2 systems straight into the Empire. These guys up here, where there's 2 planets, and then weirdly, their expansion, which is down here for no well-explained reason whatsoever. So we need to get up to, yeah, this is about to become 7 out of 7. I need to find 2 systems to shove into sectors. Human mining colony is pretty much ready to go in, I think. That's not really doing anything right now. And it can also just about feed itself fine, so I'm not knackering the food intake of the Empire. That's good. And the Athari Sanctuary is pretty much fully developed and doing the same thing. They've got, like, some wildlife, but nothing major. Fine, if I've got the sectors for it, I'll literally just create a sector there and a sector down there, and that'll be the end of it. Yeah, I've got 3 more sectors ready to go, so you guys, that's now just Human Mining Colony 01, kind of a little area of economic interest, and stop that, and set up a new one as well. Create a new sector up here. Lovely. The Athari Sanctuary now also set up, so that has now opened up 3 spots, 1 for hawking and 2 for the areas that are about to be brought into the Empire, which I'll manage temporarily, but I might fairly quickly, obviously, bring Krant into Liberation. But actually, there's 2 worlds here, so I may as well manage it myself, at least for a little bit. Oh, also, fun thing about 2.0.2. Remember how previously I've said I personally don't think Discovery is worth taking because I'd always rather rush expansion and prosperity. Yep, there's the integration complete. I'll look at that in a second. So as a result, I always get to Discovery last. They've just made a really nice change to Discovery. So, faith in science. Gain unity equal to 3 months of production whenever a new technology is researched. That's really damn good. That's so good. I mean, that's actually so good that after I'm done with Supremacy, I might unlock Diplomacy just for the sake of trying to get my flipping Xenophile people a bit more happy, because they'll like it if I actually unlock that tree. I might do Discovery next after that, to be honest, because, yeah, Science Ship Disengage chance, that's okay, but not spectacular. Yeah, Databank Uplink, so assist research is better. That's good. And then Research Alternatives being up is always nice. Polytechnic Education, okay. Yeah, I might actually do Discovery after I'm done with Supremacy at this point, because that's nice. Faith in Science is sexy. Plus, of course, research speed plus 10% forever off the back of the finisher effect. That's just nice too. And what is this? The Institute of United Scientists has just popped up as a new faction. Hang on, down to the factions here. They're not happy with me right now. Why are you not happy with me? Oh, because AI is outlawed. Right, I see. Okay, and Synth Envy. Okay, you guys are just not going to be happy with me full stop, are you? I'm guessing I just pulled in some materialists when I actually just expanded the Empire there. So yeah, the Empire's up to 6 out of 7. Let's have a look, see what we got here, including, oh, we just went way over fleet cap as well, because we ate your navy. How's your navy, by the way? Your navy appears to be pretty good. I'm assuming you pretty much just borrowed all our technology to make it happen. So, 2 new worlds enter the Empire. Kamne Tora, which is indeed... Wait, why are you... Right, so you just set up a new faction. I'm guessing you're a materialist for some reason. Yeah, okay. So we got these guys in the Empire. These guys who have the Tundra preference and are also... Ah, thrifty. It's always nice to have thrifty people inside the Empire. Your world's are a little bit underdeveloped, to be honest, so we could do with a bit more development down there. I'll get on that soon. Yeah, you've built yourself a stronghold, so presumably this place is... Okay, completely undefended, but I'm sure you'll redefend it momentarily. So, an average world, nothing too spectacular about it, to be honest. And then we've got... Ooh. Okay. There's various people who I've no idea how you've persuaded them to move into your empire, but potentially they might be of use. Oh. Arctic preference. You've got flipping Twitter in your empire. Natural physicists? Well. Well. Admittedly, you can't be that happy. Apparently you like the Arctic, but you're chilling out on, yeah, an actual hot world right now. Traditional as well. Okay, intriguing. And you guys, wherever the bloody hell you came from, you're nothing special. And then there's these guys as well, who are also... Who are they? These guys have just pulled a whole bunch of species out of nowhere. Now, you guys are from right at the south. You are agrarian, strong, solitary, towards militarism. Okay, well, let's get this place set up. What are the priorities right now? Well, the priorities are probably... Hang on, one of you was flipping energy-y, weren't you? Actually, no, it was actually the flipping weird-mouthed planty people that were energy-y, and none of them came over here to help found your worlds. Also, this world is terrible. Why did you even settle it? Right, I've pretty much just set that world up to be developed by just sinking some money into it, so that will just build itself over time. And you, yes, you're in a good spot. You're a natural agrarian. Just build a farm, feed yourselves, everything will be fine. What to do with this world? Probably the same basic thing as a starting point. Upgrade all the buildings, particularly the power buildings if we can. Oh, you actually already have a paradise dome. Very, very nice indeed. And other than that, yeah, just slap down whatever we actually need in particular. The temples. Yeah, I'm wanting to overwrite a little bit of... Actually, overwrite this little bit of science for the temple, actually. Get a temple down as quickly as you'd like. You're worshipping our gods now, by the way. Sorry, did we not mention that? When we integrate you, you have to start worshipping our gods. Right, so broadly, those planets will both actually feed themselves. They've been integrated, and yeah, for some reason... You guys have a little offspring territory down here, which I'm going to guess also has ridiculous species. Ooh, Spring Rain. That's a nice name. You've got... There's humans here. Right, humans literally moved out of my empire to come and join this one. Bad news, guys. You're back in my empire now. And this place is already pretty much filled up. So I guess we just pour money into this. Actually, this place is going to make really, really good money. There's quite a lot... going on here. Yeah, just flipping slap down the mines. We could be making some good money very fast. Now, of particular interest is, yeah, this actual system could at some point run into some... Oh, blimey. Right, yeah, the police must have a border with me. As do the rhino turtles, but me and them are cool. The only thing I need to worry about is one day the Raxar might show up. I could actually form a defensive pact with them. Yeah, but they clearly hate the rhino turtles. Not a good idea. Also, it's nice that's done. I can actually start getting some bloody influence in now. I need to start reinforcing this place. So this station can be flipping immediately. Also, it's already got a couple of defense platforms. Fine. I literally can't afford to upgrade it anymore. Marvellous. And it's got a crew quarters here. We can get rid of that, actually. I'm sure we can come up with something better. Oh, actually, a listening outpost here would be kind of nice, because a listening outpost here would let me see way into Raxar territory. If they're coming, I'd like to know about it. But I'll swap out some of the guns for an actual trading hub, because, yeah, we kind of need energy, like, quite soon, actually. So if everyone would like to just turn their attention to that, that'd be great. Actually, I'm kind of hopeful that as soon as we hit the next month, as soon as we hit September, the game will recalculate and figure out, oh yeah, you're no longer actually losing influence every month. So we might actually get a bit... Yeah, there we go. Much, much better. And hello. What exactly do we have here? We've got ourselves... Private collector on freedom has somehow come into ownership of an ancient precursor artifact. So, influence... Okay, I can either influence him, buy it, or let the collector keep it. I don't really want to do that. I'd like to actually have the damn thing. I need energy for that to happen, though. Right, only 499. Who wants to sell me some energy? Actually, this is nice. The starfish people are willing to actually give me 710 energy purely for basically an active centerling for 30 years. Alright, they're flipping welcome to that. That's a good deal. So, they'll accept that. The energy will come in momentarily, and when it does, I can actually... There we go. By that, that is the third artifact acquired. I really need to start floating more flipping energy. Also, apparently I own a new science ship. Ah, that's a science ship I've inherited. That could be broken down then. Get rid of that. Same for this one. Yep, that's just one that we inherited. That can also be broken down. Save ourselves the energy there. Right, and I've also broken down a very small part of the navy I inherited from them. And as a result of that, we're back to where we should be. Everything's fine, and you guys have declared that... Yeah, the giant Ravager Empire to the south of you is your rival. I can believe it. Also, these guys are just Right, the dwarves are starting to go nuts. They are really starting to expand, aren't they? Yeah, both of the nasty Ravager lot around here are doing bad things. Also, oh my goodness, yes. I need to get gateways working, because there is a beautiful world down here that is not a holy world. If I could get that down, that's sexy. That is so sexy. And, oh, Hawking's ready to go. Oh, good old Hawking. I've got plans for Hawking. Hawking is going to be a good world. So, Hawking straight down with these guys, the Catharians. And those guys are, yeah, they're the natural sociologists. Straight up, obviously get the gene clinic down immediately to help the growth of that particular area. And after that point, got a new plan, which is the art monument. We're going to slap the art monument down here, because that is going to be a monument in honour of Professor Stephen Hawking, who is a great mind that we have lost the day of this recording, and that will also increase the migration attraction, so that will hopefully, therefore, draw in other people to this world as well, because it would be nice to actually draw in some new people. And with Titanic life, I'm kind of hoping that as time goes by, we just might be able to, you know, domesticate some of that and come up with some giant stompy robots to smash our enemies. Because wouldn't that be fun? Oh, hello! Right, the Fafossons want to get straight back into it at the absolute earliest possibility. Now, we got a problem with that. The problem with that is I don't think I've actually got any claims down that I can utilise. Hang on, I need to potentially play for time here. Where do I have my claims? I've already got a claim down there. You know what? I'd probably be willing to do that if I could just get the claim down here. I'm just not sure I'm going to be able to get this claim down in time. I'm getting 3.25. I might just be able to get that claim down, because quite frankly, if I can just basically claim this system and then invade this system, I'm pretty much happy for the Fafossons to clean up most of it. I'm happy to just basically hide back here. The fleet is... yeah, that fleet does not pose a significant threat to me. But once I begin an offensive war, I don't get to actually lay claims anymore. So I'm going to say yes. Alright, just hold on. For 1 second, I am going to say yes to you. I just need to lay down one additional claim first. So just chill out, please. Because I just need an additional, what was that, 12.5, which I should get in about 4 months. And yeah, that should be fine in that case. I just need to make sure I get the timings correct here. This force is more than strong enough to do that. However, what I also need to do is get some new armies into production. Because right now I don't have the armies to pull this off. Ooh, also, the other thing I need to do is, remember, I made a change of policy to moving people around. So as a result, I can move people where I want, assuming I've actually got the energy for it. Now, I do actually want to do that, yes. Ooh. Hello. So, these weird things, I'm not quite sure where they're from. It turns out they're very strong. And very strong, rather conveniently, makes them, yeah, army damage plus 40%. I was just about to train some additional humans, but... okay. Where's the nearest one of you? Also, there's an extra planet I didn't notice we had, because as it turns out, Spring Rain also has another planet present and correct. Round Nut, which has another... who are these people? Where are you coming from? Right, you've got a thrifty lad on your planet. Industrious and thrifty. You guys are bloody great. Okay, the closest one will be, yeah, the one actually over here in the Krant system that we just integrated. So, probably the best thing we can do is actually, this additional fleet that we don't have anything to do with right now, I may as well deploy that one in this direction. It may as well help with the bombardment, quite frankly. It'll speed things up a little bit. How long have I got for that? 133 days. Okay, so over on Krant, particularly on Posk Jarb Tori, yeah, armies. Oh yeah, they cost money rather than energy. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. And also, remember who I actually want to. These guys are the, yeah, the Jazvijan. So, a Jazvijan army is very, very powerful indeed next to everything else. Oh yeah, okay. Save up some money, get some of those guys into production as soon as flipping possible. Get time ticking along here, wait until we've got that. Go over to the claim screen. Okay, prepare. Missing 9.25. And just be aware of this as well. It's okay. This is fine. Everything's okay. Right, okay. Back to you. Get one of you guys into production. I probably actually only train a handful, can't I? Because there's only actually one pop here. So that might be difficult. Okay, we'll have to see if we run into that problem. Also, non-aggression pact. Yeah, sure. Why the hell not? I have no interest in war with you guys right now. Still another 96 days. Influence still coming in at 3.25. Honestly, this war does not affect me that much. I just want to clear out this bit of space and just double down on the Holfax defense outpost. If the Fossons want to go in and cause trouble, they're welcome to. Though I'm guessing, yeah, they've pulled their fleets back way over here. So it's going to be a while before they get involved. In fact, weirdly, they're... Are you guys planning to go to war against the Raxar? Because I really don't want to get pulled into a war with the Raxar, alright? Also, oh, hang on, that's, the Infinity Machine. Good, we're going to help that thing out. That's lovely. Also, I kind of forgot that, I have actually been trading away large parts of energy, I believe, for minerals with these guys. Yeah, I've been constantly gaining 25 minerals for 50 energy credits. So if I just literally end that resource deal immediately... I'm up to plus 70. That would be why I was lacking in energy, yeah. Go me. Right, so that's good. But now you really like me. What exactly is the unique resource? Remind me here. For 1,000 energy, you give me Rig and Spice, which is happiness plus 5% everywhere. That's okay. I might come back for that later. Now, I am willing to trade for minerals, just not quite to the extent I was previously. So, yeah, let's begin an ongoing relationship for, yeah, 10 minerals for 20 energy. That's more reasonable. See, we could do with a handful of extra people over on Hawking, and I do actually have these people here. Yeah, lots happening at this exact moment in time right now. Okay, so, one of you guys, you're very, very good at mining, because you are very, very strong. So let's get you over to here. That would require 100 energy. Let's also move an Athari out, because actually the Athari are... actually the Queptilians. They're good at tradition. Let's get a Queptilian out there too. I don't need an Athari, because you guys are already good at sociology. So the Athari don't need to come to this world. I wouldn't mind having one of the cactus people, because they're just chilling out, not doing much right now, and you can do the actual farming when these things become available. So resettle those 3 pops for 300 right now, and Hawking now has a lot more specialised stuff going on. Much, much better indeed. Okay, 46 days left on this. It's about to be the end of this month, which I'm assuming, well, I'm hoping, gives me enough influence to claim Jewix. Then I say yes. Then everything's going to be fine. So, new month, pause, claims menu, yes, I can get Jewix. I don't desperately want it, but actually, 8 energy, not bad. So, we've got that, make that claim, boom, claimed, lovely. So, with that claimed, and this claimed, I'm now willing to vote yes, albeit I am willing to wait, because first I just want to actually Hawking... You've now actually got, over here, yeah, recruit some armies. Get out of the way. Yeah, let's actually recruit some of these, because we may as well recruit across all our systems if we can. And back over to you as well. You can also recruit a new Jazajan army. So, those guys being ridiculously good at this sort of thing.
They're fighting.
Vote yes.
Stop fighting.
That's us, alright, VI? We're the ones fighting. So, the Fossil Hegemony has declared war, and I'm going to assume that actually is going to once again bring us into conflict with the bastards over the Athari Mandate. We will give you liberty or give you death, your choice. Marvellous. We used to get on so well with you bastards as well. Marvellous. I don't know where you're... Yeah, and as a result, hang on. Claims are now just being thrown down everywhere. I don't know where their fleet is. That's the problem. I do have a really good fleet. I might just kind of... I might go hunting for their fleet, to be honest, because I bet I can just kill it. Probably can, you know. They might come and attack... Hang on, that's their territory. What did I have here? I've got like a decent-sized station, but not a spectacular one. I mean, if I don't have sight of their station around here, and I can see in here, probably their fleet is still at Medak. So what I'm going to do, just for safety, is I'm going to deploy the General Security Fleet over to the Singularity Station. Okay, that's all absolutely fine. Now, where's the backup fleet that I was redeploying? They were supposed to be heading north. Didn't I deploy you north? Okay, you're heading north right now. Classis 1, that's the surplus warden classes. You stay where you are. Research done. Ah, that's even more energy off-world trading. Defense army damage, don't care about that.
System survey complete.
Max influence from factions. Well, that's not very useful to me right now, is it? No, though the black site is kind of fun for starbase building, because anything that produces unity is good. I'll just take habitability plus 5%. That's a bit of effectively bonus happiness. Yeah, you've just started laying claims down everywhere. You're just throwing your influence away. Last time we had this war, they did not get involved. So hopefully they decide that that's their position again. All I really want to do is... Actually, where are their fleets? Let's just check where that fleet is, because we do have visibility of it. It's naffing off over there. Fine. Then I may as well actually deploy this fleet to go and claim the Jewick system, just to make sure that's all as it should be. I can keep an eye on this, make sure nothing too bad happens here. Now, the actual transport fleet that's got a combined strength of, 255, which is not spectacular, but it'll do for the time being. I'm not sure whether they've actually got visibility of my systems, and I assume you guys are on the move as well? Probably. And yes, indeed, their fleets are moving out, together with some decent, if not huge, invading forces. So, I suspect they're going to struggle to take those. Yeah, they're moving away from us. Good. Basically, we've got a free hand to do whatever we want over here. They're not even going to bother trying to defend it. Works for me. But yeah, speaking of Lothoros, down here, as I was planning to originally, this place needs an up... Oh, blimey. I'm spending money too fast. I do not have quite the minerals I used to be honest. My new fleets are a bit expensive, and right now we're not even using them for anything. Oh. Veterans for victory. Okay, yeah, fine. So the militarists have a faction. And we are beginning an attack on... Oh, yeah. Yeah. My new fleet is doing lovely, lovely work there. There's the plasma. There is the actual chain guns in space and all sorts of good stuff. Right. So that's gone down super nice and easy. They're still not bothering to get involved, so I may as well actually move this fleet over here and just actually break this system, just to make sure that this is in our hands. Because there's an off chance that this system might have a shipyard. Oh. Hello. So, what exactly is going on here? You have got yourself a remarkable piece of machinery. So you want to give me... Ooh, 50 influence for 500 energy. Yeah, I'm totally up for that. I just need to find someone who wants to actually sell me the energy. Hang on. Okay, the slightly creepy bird people. Oh, there we are. Titanic Life is also showing up. Everything's happening at bloody once. Of course it is. You guys are going to accept that. Hang on. So, Titanic Life on Hawking. Yes, it's great. We love it. What's the secret? Can we benefit from it? Proceed with the study. Leave the giants alone. Ensure the research does no harm. Titanic Life monitoring. Oh, I can't remember which one's good. I'm going to ensure the research does no harm. Alright, that's what we're going to do. Begin time ticking along. Donate. I'll take flipping 50. Yeah, that's why it's nice speaking to these guys, because they just give you the option to basically trade energy for influence. And influence is one of the things that's very hard to trade for. So, yeah, those guys are very, very nice for that reason. Also, that planet's shown up, because now I've got Arctic specialist people in my... Oh, hello. There's a whole bunch of good cold worlds around here that previously I hadn't really been bothering with, but...
Construction complete.
That's intriguing. Yeah, there might be some new options for settling worlds showing up thanks to that. There could be a big Athari sanctuary sector around here off the back of that. And more traditions come in, and very convenient timing, war games. Fleet command limit and fire rate up. Lovely, get that underway. And more fighting too. Oh no! Oh, am I at war with them now, technically? Am I? Am I still in a... I suspect I am still in a... Well, they're not showing up as hostile. I thought me and you had a defensive alliance. Do we not have a defensive alliance? I thought we did. Wait, did I cancel it? Wait, hang on. I'm not in a relationship with who I thought I was in a relationship with. No, I must have cancelled it at some point, presumably to save myself on the influence. I'm friends with these guys, but... Okay. They now have a war going on. So, who actually began that war? It looks like, I'm guessing the... It's sometimes hard to tell. I think this could do with a little bit of work, this kind of the new war interface. I assume because it's the Raxaran Fexklangan Galactic War, the actual Raxos people began it first. Sorry, the Raxar. They began it first. Good, well I haven't been pulled into that. That's fine, but at some point I might start getting worried about them, to be honest. Also, any chance you... Ooh! My flipping goodness! So, just for flipping once, these guys are actually... Ooh. Ooh, okay. These guys are actually willing to do some smashing. Okay. What if I was to tell you guys to smash these guys? Except sadly, I don't think I can actually... No, I can't declare these guys rivals. I'd like these guys to be a bit smashed. But tragically, no, it's not working out so well. Also, hang on, what's... Oh yeah, of course, that's the Stellarite Devourer. I knew that was there, that's fine, don't forget. Yeah, don't worry about it for now. I don't need them to go and do that. Back in 2.0.1, if I'd hired them and sent them up here, they'd have smashed everything they passed through on the way. Thankfully, there are... Ooh, hang on, what's that over there? Have we actually got ourselves the... Oh. Have we got ourselves something special? No, nothing too special. Just some powerful void clouds. Fine. Nothing too special. I was hoping that might actually be a special dragon or something, but no, tragically not. Now, over to here, if you'd be so kind. Yeah, we've already knocked out their platform. Good. So that's already fallen into our hands, and we've got more ships coming in. If we don't see any sign of them returning, I think with Hyperdrive 3 we can basically move around faster than them regardless. Let's actually move over here and start bombarding this planet. Now this world, which is hideously undeveloped, you guys have done a terrible, terrible job in general. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, they've got a lot of armies. Now, the problem is, we can bombard some of them, but not all of them, because they've got themselves a stronghold there, which says protects armies from orbital bombardment, but I assume that just means the 3 armies it provides, because other armies seem to be able to be wiped out just fine. Tragically, we can't train any more of the Jarzajan armies inside our empire right now, because there's only so many actually inside the empire. That is a bit of a shame, but no matter. Everything will be just fine. We can just throw some more humans at the problem, it'll be okay. And tachyon sensors have also been completed. Ooh! Oh my! Wormhole travel. Now, tragically, we don't actually have any wormholes. We've only got a gateway, which is different. So that's a bit of a shame. But still, colony development up 50%, improved reactor boost, and none of that spectacular. Let's get wormhole done, just it's a good idea. Empire leader capacity +2, I really need that one. That is definitely true. And claim influence, cost -10%, war influence, gain -10%. Would be useful for being able to outlast other empires, but no, I really need this one, because I need more leaders in my empire right now. No sign of the Athari fleet again. Looks like they're going to do the same trick as last time. Though actually, I could just... I mean, I could probably just actually nip in and probably crush their fleet. But I just don't really see a point to it, to be honest. I'm not interested in crushing those guys right now. I don't have the claims down, so I just can't do anything regardless. Those guys are... They're actually heading in here and doing some good damage to the Fofossans, I see. Okay, here's something I wasn't quite expecting. So, the Tebazoid Ravagers, you know, the Fanatical Purifiers, they've decided to become more materialist. Which is... Sorry, have you guys just stopped being Fanatical Purifiers? They have as well? Right. Now they're just a xenophobic materialist and militaristic thing. Right. Well, that's interesting. I mean, it's good. It's slightly concerning, because they're still one of the strongest, biggest empires going, albeit their fleet power is apparently inferior to ours at the minute, which is lovely to hear. So, those guys have actually pivoted... Oh, blimey. Those guys have pivoted out of being flipping fanatical purifiers. Would it be, you know, too much to hope for that maybe the flipping dwarves would do the same thing? Because they seem to be eating their neighbours pretty fast right now. And the Infinite Pawn, meanwhile, is going egalitarian. Good for you guys. What are you at this point? You're now egalitarian, xenophile, and pacifist. Yeah, me and you, we could definitely be friends as a result of that. Well done. And it looks to me like, yeah, actually, the actual polity of Hulfax have been desperate to try and seize back territory from the Fafosans. They've decided they can't break into my territory and... Okay, seriously, you just stopped being dicks. But yeah, these guys look to me like they're ready to actually move in. And, oh, did you just... I think they just swapped positions. Marvellous. So, oh... Here we go, we've actually got a battle going on here. Will you stop just swearing at me, please? Yep, so 2,800 backed up by an actual starbase versus 1,700 odd. So, and also their damage. Their armor's already been a bit damaged. So these guys should be absolutely flipping screwed. Let's just get in over here and enjoy the fireworks. Point blank range, yeah, they're starting to warp out. So they're not going to take serious damage. In fact, I don't think I've actually seen... Was that one ship go? I think I saw, yep, that's one ship. It looks like it might be in the process of exploding. But for the most part, they're going to be able to get out of here pretty reliably. And the entire fleet warps out too. So, nothing major there. And, yeah, this fleet can now basically just push back, take all these systems back, and then start pushing into the territory. So that's absolutely fine. Their war exhaustion is just a tiny bit up on ours, but there's barely anything in it, to be honest. My armies are starting to actually group here. By now, we should have started taking out some of their armies. Yeah, so their garrison strength is down to 5. Oh, yeah. It's falling by the minute here. Admittedly, I think we're doing indiscriminate bombing, so there's a good chance we are kind of blowing up some of their buildings. Yeah, we did indeed just blow up their... Okay, we just blew up their stronghold. Now we've got... Oh, blimey, you've built multiple strongholds. That way you've got so many bloody armies. Is that okay? Got it. Yeah, so as we've blown up 2 of their strongholds, presumably if the strongholds get blown up, that should mean their armies can at that point be bombed, right? I mean, that makes sense, presumably. And incredibly irritatingly, the scientist who was actually about to do the Infinity Machine business has just managed to die before finishing the job. So, irritatingly, that job is no longer actually doable. Okay, because I think I've actually got another level 5-1 in my empire, do I? No, no one else is actually level 5. Very close, actually. We will soon have someone else available for that job, because you guys, at some point, will get yourselves up to level 5. So, give it a while, it'll be okay. In fact, speak of the devil, there he is right now. So, hang on, where's the guy who's the Calipus? Ah, the Calipus is just doing that, fine. So, you... move over here, and you, therefore, get on with this, research that project. Please tell me you don't need to start over. He needs to start over. Great. And looks like it's all about to go nasty over here. Yeah, this time the war is happening very much on the other side of the galaxy to me. Those guys are about to launch an attack on these guys. They were planning to actually take over a Fossil planet. In comes the firepower. They're going to start trying to warp out, and I suspect on this occasion, yeah, they're actually going to take some real damage as well. And they also need to take out... Yeah, they actually need to take out this system as well that's been temporarily kind of taken over. Taken over by the polity of Hulfax. They seem to be warping out fairly successfully so far. Yeah, I'm not really under any threat at all over here. Everything's fine. Now, where are my transport fleets? My transport fleets, I have a combined strength of, move you together, 369. Alright, just move you around over here. What are we to over here at this point? Down to 299. So I probably could invade, but I'd probably take some damage, so I may as well let them finish softening up this place first. What's actually run out, by the way? Production targets. That was... Production targets is... Oh, that's plus minerals, isn't it? Oh, yeah, that's had a big impact on my mineral production. I just need to get more minerals down, to be honest, as soon as possible, ideally. Ah, yes, and I do actually want to get Titanic life monitoring underway. Shut up, I was doing something else. I want to get that done. Research that, please. What do you have? Ah, the patronage has come to an end with these guys. For another 1,000 to renew that. Yep, every time, please. Thank you very, very much indeed. So, at this point, yeah, the Fafosans have come in. and they have kicked the bastards out of all the territory that they previously had. These guys are desperately trying to take some of it back by going after the star bases around here. I strongly imagine, however, you're going to ignore that and move straight on. They're more interested in actually taking over some stuff here. They're bringing in a fair amount of fleets. Not that much, to be honest. I think they're going to struggle to actually take these worlds. These worlds seem very well defended. And as it turns out, the Raxar Wars come to an end very, very quickly indeed. Just a quick exchange of one planet going over to them and one system being taken in return. Hang on, where is Kluxared? I don't know, but honestly, there wasn't a huge amount of change there. Now, of more interest, these guys down here, you're the mushrooms, aren't you? Yeah, you guys down here, the mushrooms, have just actually eaten a fair amount of the Ganvius Empire, who are currently looking a little bit squeezed. Quite frankly, I'm amazed Twitter is still alive. Despite having pathetic fleet power and basically being attacked by everyone, Twitter has not died yet. Oh yes, we got it right. The scientists on Hawking have managed to make a breakthrough and achieve limited communication with some of the Titans. While huge, slow and difficult to talk to, the Titans are incredibly tough and strong. Some few have expressed a desire to join our military forces. Right, so let's get one of the Hawking beasts in a transport trained up and ready to flipping go. Here we go, one Titanic beast, 1,000 health, 600 morale, collateral damage 300%. It's very likely to destroy everything. Yeah, you know what? We're having some of them in our empire. You know, okay, they cost money. Let's just have one for now. One will be hilarious. Oh yeah, that Titanic beast on its own has a combat strength of 148. The entirety of the remainder of my army, 14 large armies, only has a strength of 369. Those Titanic beasts are mighty. Meanwhile, the Warthogs are feeling frisky. Okay, I'm willing to trade energy for some flipping influence every time. Oh, wormhole travel is done. That is good. Oh, positronic air is starting to get into dangerous stuff. Maybe we don't actually do that just for now. Armor hit points plus 20% on neutronium. Always. Oh. Hello, psionic potential. This is getting intriguing, except unfortunately, it's not us. It's the Raxar species. Okay. This is very, very interesting, because we would like to be psionic too, to be honest, but the option has not become available. Shield capacitor would be nice as well. Shield hit points plus 10%. Yeah, get that done. That's nice and fast. We'll look at neutronium ore next time. And yes, indeed, I think maybe the Titanic beast will actually have to have its run out next time, because this world is pretty much ready to be taken over at this point. We have shelled a large number of its armies into the ground. At this point, we can just basically head down and deal with them without too much difficulty. So, down we go. And yes, indeed, though the defensive armies absolutely have the advantage, we have got enough manpower and firepower to take out these bastards. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Yeah, we're losing 3 or 4 per exchange. They're losing about 3. Yeah, we're losing at about the same rate, give or take. So we're bringing along good quality, well-suited soldiers. Though you guys should probably back off and let someone else have a go, to be honest. Actually, no real need to. They're pretty much dead. And yeah, these days, because there's a front, one army can only fight one army. I can't just have, like, a massive army deal with absolutely all of them. So, those guys are now taken care of. However, of course, yeah, they're not happy. They're not desperately happy right now. Occupied, and sadly I can't actually demolish or repair any of that. And now when this... Uh-oh. Hello. Hello over there. Though actually, when I say hello over there, I don't think you can actually make it past the Halifax Defense Outpost. That is 2,100 strength. You have... Yeah, you don't even have that much. I think we're good, actually. Let's actually send the small force over there. Yeah, let's send the actual small force to guard this door. I might just go and have a little poke at the Athari, actually. So you head over here. The Cabbage Liberators. You guys, you barely need to heal up. You're fine. You guys come over here. Over towards the Singularity. Why don't you just kind of nip down there. And we'll see what happens next. And another tradition available. Lovely, obviously we know what we're going for here. Warrior Mindset, army damage up by 25%. Would have been nice, you know, a few months ago, but I guess here we are. Also, hang on, didn't we actually finish? No. We're still bloody working on Battleship. That's just taken a bloody while, understandably enough. The dwarves have finally given up wailing on the dicks, and as a result, yes, they've left Hell's Maw alone, which I'd like to assume is some form of superstition. Other than that, you guys do not have much left, do you? No. And I can't really bring myself to feel sad for you, because your leader is, yeah, a farmer suffering from arrested development, and also you're slaving dicks. So, oh well. Possibly Twitter might feel like they're up for some revenge at some point, who knows? Oh, we've got a bigger problem, however. A much bigger problem just emerged, so welcome to the new mid-game crisis. For the first time in recorded history, the warring factions of the Slurpanor have united under a single... That's these... Wait, hang on, which one is those? Is that the ones down here? Oh, thank goodness it's the ones down here. Right. So, the Slurpanor have just united under a single Great Khan. A mysterious warlord who, according to some accounts, is a powerful psychic, has emerged from their warrior caste and accomplished what most thought impossible. For a combination of guile, charisma, and military genius, the newly crowned Great Khan has won the utter loyalty and devotion of all the Slurpanor factions. I love the word Slurpanor. It's a very silly word. Now they are no longer busy killing each other, the Slurpanor are turning their attention elsewhere. Great fleets are amassing for war, crewed by eager warriors who are now steadfast comrades in arms, despite having been mortal enemies mere months ago. And yes, indeed, a new threat is born. So, hello, it's the Great Khan. The Great Khan of the Slurpanor, who does indeed look like he would probably make a slurping noise while eating soup. So, I am Aboglaw, Great Khan of the Slurp... Love the word Slurpanor so damn much. I'm here to announce to the galaxy a new age is upon us. The dark age where Slurpanor would meaninglessly butcher one another for scraps of resources or a misguided sense of honor has finally come to an end. I've solemnly promised my people a new beginning through the formation of a great empire that will forever enshrine the name of the Slurpanor species in the annals of galactic history. No doubt causing much tittering from schoolboys of the future. To those who would stand in our way, know this. I will stop at nothing to realise the true destiny of my people. If you oppose us, the Slurpanor hordes will grind you into dust. Strong words indeed. So, basically, these lads just woke up. And now they are a... Well, actually, they're not exactly a normal faction. Because you've got limited diplomatic options with them. I can terminate communications, or... I can begin discussing surrender. That's literally all you do when dealing with the space Mongols. You either murder them, or you discuss surrender. So they're basically going to start expanding, murdering anyone they don't like the look of, and potentially starting to also force smaller empires to become their thralls, where they'll basically hand over money, ships, various bits and pieces. Basically, it'll just help them grow. So you know what? Probably time we started preparing for that threat. Right now we've got a combined fleet strength of, what, across everything, not even 20,000. Okay, it's time to start watching down here with interest. Because the downside of them being the guys down here is, if they were these guys up here, we might possibly have had a chance of, you know, being able to join together with our friends the Fafossans and trying to take them out. But as it is... Instead, yeah, by the time the Mongols get here, they're already going to have grown quite significantly. Oh dear. This could be the start of something very, very bad indeed. And we will indeed pick that up next time, ladies and gentlemen. But in the meantime, I've been John. This has been Many a True Nerd. And this has been Stellaris. Thank you very much, and goodbye. No, okay, that would have been good if I'd actually hit the ball. And swing! Yes! 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 That is the swing! That is the swing! Come on! Golf you! Oh, yes! Oh, 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 oh! I'll get you next time, golf.